right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hold on, let me get my phone and I left it over here. Check this video quality. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing this microphone quality. I'm pretty sure everything else is right. I already tested that earlier. So let's get this show on the road, buddy. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Do I have to turn up the gain? Yes, I do. It's not loud enough. Hold on. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Do I have to? Do I need to turn up the gain? Do I need to be close to the mic? What? Testing. Okay. Nice, nice. Turn it up a little bit more. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Okay, that sounds pretty good. I just don't want to have to be so close to the mic for it to pick up my voice. I just don't want to have to be so close to the mic for it to pick up my voice. Okay. 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 Am I looking at the camera? I'm looking at the camera. Can you see me? Can you see me focusing on the camera? I'm looking at the camera. I'm looking at the camera. Can you see me? Can you see me? Okay. Yes. Yes. This is a test video. This is a test live stream just to see how things is gonna look. This is a test video. This is a test live stream just to see how things is gonna look. This is a test video. It's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and get my logo. It's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and get my logo. Or I mean, get it in front. Let's just rearrange the screen a little bit. I'm gonna just go ahead and put this right here. Maybe blow it up a little bit more. There we go. Is that good? Now can you hear this? Oh, loud and clear. Okay, okay. How does the screen look? Okay, let me look in landscape mode. Does it look pretty? It looks pretty clear. Looks pretty good. What they? Now I'm keeping this camera. This camera is fine. I like it. They said it was cheap. It wasn't. They don't recommend it for beginners, but to be honest, I am a beginner, and coming from a beginner, I do recommend it for beginner because it looks good to me. It satisfies me. It passes my eye test. I'm not a professional camera guy, so it looks good. And I'm referring to the APC. I mean, APC, the NBC. You know the view, the Akai professional view, not the camera, not the webcam that I'm using. Like not this one, but this view where you see my hand at. I'm using okay, yeah. Let me pause that. But this right here, yeah, this view right here, if you can see the detail in my hands right with this camera, this is the EOS 2000D. It's a Canon, but it's outdated. It's cheap, but not cheap. It cost me like four and some change, damn near $500 to for everything this camera came up with. And then if I look at, okay, well, it's harder, but yeah, as you can see, this pretty much pixelates a lot of my hand. It's pixelated to where you don't really see the full definition. But if I stick my hand here, you can see it. There's a lot of definition, and that's what I was looking for. Just something. It don't have to be super perfect to where I don't know. It looks fine to me. I like it. I haven't seen many reviews on this camera, but the one review I've seen on there was pretty bad. He just was like, I wouldn't recommend this for a beginner. But if you look at my other options, I'm looking at spending like $1,200 on a camera that I'm just gonna use pointed at this thing or pointed at my face. And to be honest, this high definition webcam, I only paid like $50 for it. To be honest, I could have just did that. I just could have got like a few extra webcams and had aim to where I can aim them all over the place and kept my $500. But don't get me wrong, I fell in love with this camera the moment I got it. It's the EOS 2000D. I'm gonna drop that down on the at the end of this. I'm gonna once I edit the video, I'm gonna drop it down in the description and leave a link on it so I can get my little affiliate money. But and I'm not recommending it because to be honest, if I got the money, but I'm hesitant to spend it. I'm thinking like, do I really? Am I gonna get my money's worth out of it? Can I get the same thing accomplished with what I got? And the answer is yes. I have more than enough. I'm a perfectionist. Yes, I agree. I want things to be a certain way, but this looks like the setup I'm gonna go with right here. We gonna be making music. I know I said I'm gonna be doing a lot of tutorials on WordPress and this and that and the third, but you know what? I would rather just refer that there's so many WordPress do-it-yourself videos on YouTube. I'd rather somebody else do that. Probably. What's going on? I didn't press anything. It's saving. Oh, I think I have it on auto save. That's why. But you have these do-it-yourself WordPress. It's a lot of that stuff to where it's like, you know what? I'll just reference it, and you go to somebody else's free tutorial or page or whatever, a YouTube video, and view it that way. I'm gonna focus more attention on Ubio Studio. Ubio software, the whole point of Ubio software is really just so Ubio Studio can exist. Like, in order for me um to really push my music, I didn't want to rely on just social media, right? So I wanted to have a website, and not just any old website, but a website where I can actually network with the people, like the people who I decide to network with. I can, um, customize the website basically exactly how I want it. You know, social media, using somebody else's platform is exactly what it is. It's using somebody else's platform, and that that just me saying that says enough when it comes to using someone else's platform. If I have my own platform, then yeah. Now, there is a headache to having your own platform. The learning curve is thick. It's pretty, I ain't gonna say it's like a lot of stuff you need to know. It's more like experience. It's a lot of pain and suffering and aggravation. That's why I say it's thick. It's like really trying to go through a brick wall at first. But then once you do get through that wall, you chip at it, chip at it, chip at it. It's like you're gonna have to keep chipping at it. Things ain't gonna work out initially, unless you just have money to pay somebody else to do it. But if you're doing it yourself, like me, then yeah, it's gonna be pain and suffering. But the pain and suffering is worth it, because at the end of the day, you don't have to depend on someone else. You don't have to pay someone else. You run your own platform. You manage it yourself. And then when you do get to the point where you have to pay someone to manage it for you, it's not like you're paying someone to build it for you. You get what I'm saying? Is everything is already pretty much put together, and now you gotta really focus on is managing it, which is a lot easier because you know exactly what needs to be done. You know who you pretty much know who to hire, know who to look for, because you know it's kind of like a car, right? Like, let's say it's something that needs to be done to my car that I really just don't have the tools or the time to really be messing with it. I'd rather pay somebody else who knows, who's been doing it, who has more experience. Something like putting in a new transmission, right? Like, even if I've done it before a couple of times, I would much rather pay someone else. I would rather have the money to pay someone else to do it, right? But if I have the tools and I've already done it a couple of times and I have the money to just go ahead and get the tools to do it, wouldn't it make more sense to just go ahead and do it myself? It would save me a lot of time and money. And guess what? My neighbor might need to get their transmission changed, and I can do it, and I can charge them money. And you get where I'm going with this. Like, sometimes doing it yourself is the best thing to do. Yes, it's gonna take longer to learn. Yes, but think about how much time people waste watching TV, consuming content, or just doing nothing, or just sleeping, right? Like, if I was to just subtract from that time and focus and use it for something like learning how to do something for myself, even if it takes to kind of get it up under my belt, and it ain't gonna take that long. But or I would say, yeah, procrastination, right? I'm talking about like learning, and then giving up, and then coming back to it, that kind of thing. Okay, so as you can see, I have the Kai Professional NPC Live 2. Now, Do I recommend getting this over the Akai MPC Live 1 or over the MPC? They have the X, which is the X got all kinds of stuff. Like, it's bigger than this, it's bigger and better. Let's just put it like that. It's just bigger and it's better. It's got more buttons, more control, more finesse. You can really, and of course, the bigger and the better, the longer it's going to take to learn how to use that and to figure out what all these buttons do and this, that, and the third. Not putting it down, but I looked at the price. Man, this right here cost me $1,200 with tax. You might as well say $1,300. This is gonna cost you $1,300 after being taxed and all of that stuff. They say free delivery, but really, when they tax you twice as much as you would get taxed in the store for something, you're paying for the delivery. All right, you're paying for affiliate marketing. You're paying for all kinds of crap. So yeah, you're gonna pay extra tax if you get it online, right? But it's the convenience of paying the extra money and not having to go out and shop for it somewhere and have it sent to you. I decided to pay the $1,200 for this. Now they do have a cheaper version, the MPC Live 1. The MPC Live 1. I was tempted in getting that. I almost thought myself in getting it. It was $699. So after tax, it's gonna be like $800, right? So I would have saved $500, right? It's a lot of money when you think about it. Now, why did I decide to pay the extra $500 for the Akai? For the MPC Live, this baby right here. Number one, it's bigger and it just looks better. Like, and I ain't gonna say no. I'm gonna take it back. When I looked at the Kai, if you go and look at it, I mean, I could pull it up. Should I pull it up? I'll pull it up. Let's go ahead and pull it up. I don't even think I gotta go to my settings and do stuff to my screen. I ain't even prepared. Okay. Let's go here to extend these displays. Keep changes. Close that. Now, display capture. Okay, with the free. It's not. Are you telling me I gotta? I know what to do. Just remove this display capture and add in a new one. Display capture or the same one. Add it back in. It's still not picking up on the second. So I'm gonna have to stop the video and okay, yeah. So I'm not gonna sit up there and show it to you right now. You can look it up yourself. Basically, it looks just like this, except for it don't look just like this. Okay, it look kind of like this, except for it's about like this big, like it's cut in half, and the screen is smaller, and it's like right here on top of the buttons. Like it's a smaller machine, and I was like, man, I ain't trying to pay that much money for something that small. That was number one. I am not paying $700 for some little small. That's why I don't pay that much for no phone. If it costs more than $200 for a phone, I ain't gonna get it. I'm gonna try to get the $50 deal if you know what I mean, like for real, because I don't really use my phone like that. You see what I'm into? I'm into real shit, okay? So or real stuff. So that's one thing. The size, I'm like, man, am I gonna pay that much for something, even though they do basic. They trust me, they do exactly the same thing. It's just a few extra things that I'm gonna get to. The reason why this one is so big is because it comes with a speaker built in. This is portable. Now I just watched somebody else complain about why they wouldn't get this, and they were saying that, it's not really that portable as you think it is, because it's bulky, it's heavy, it's not like you just throw it in your bag. You do gotta put a case over it, or at least wrap it up in something to where it ain't, because of the screen. You don't want to get the screen scratched up, right? So, and there's ways around that. Like me, I wouldn't even put it in the case and then put it in my bag. What I would do is just wrap it up with something that's cushiony, right? So when I do put it in my bag, what can I think? Well, I could probably use my look, but yeah, I would say blanket, but static electricity, I don't want to test it out with that. So yeah, but to be honest with you, I'm thinking to myself, I didn't really get it for the portability of it. I don't really even believe in portable things. And this is why, like, when it comes to me working, I like to be comfortable in my home when I'm working, or wherever the F I decide to be at. If it's going to be at a library, if it's going to be at some type of place or workspace. Yeah, I'm not the type of person who gonna be wanting to be on a bus with, and then I might drop my wallet, and cause I'm sitting up here trying to, and then you got people looking at you, ooh, what's that, and trying to talk to you, and you can't even focus. Too many distractions. So why in the world would I be sitting up there trying to? Okay, so I didn't get it for that purpose, even though you can do that if you wanted to. They made it really effing cool, the fact that, and believe it or not, that portability might come in handy. Because what if I do have a long trip where I'm just riding for 2 hours? You know what? I might as well whip out instead of me just looking at my phone watching some BS. I could just be like, you know what? I'm about to whip this thing out, put in my headphones, and make a few beats. By the time I get to wherever I'm going, I done made something. So yeah, you can do that with it. It's got batteries built in, so that's another reason why I got it. Because even though you say, oh man, I ain't gonna really need it for this, it's too big and bulky, guess what? You gonna end up, it's gonna be that situation where you forgot to bring it, and it was like, nah, it's too big and bulky, and then you're gonna be like, man, I wish I brought it. And then from then on, you're going to bring it everywhere you go. You're going to find a way to take this heavy bulky thing. And it's heavy, but it ain't that heavy the way he broke it down. It's like, it ain't even 10 pounds. It's like 8.5 pounds. If that's heavy to you, then that's your problem. Okay, so, and I think it's just, must be just trying to get you to buy something way more expensive. $1,000 for extra buttons that I don't need. Yo, I already know why I purchased this. I need something that's going to increase my workflow. I'm shifting from I'm normally making beats in FL Studio using a mouse. FL Studio, they want you to pay $300 for their software, which I personally just don't think is, I'm not going to say it's not worth it, but bro, it's software. When it comes to software, me and software, I'm just like, man, I get it, you want to charge for it, but it's software. I'm not really trying to pay for software that I can just download and get. I'm just saying, I get it. Must work hard on it and spend time, and they want their money, and that's it. But the way I see it, I ain't trying to pay that much money on software over hardware, something that I could physically touch and be like, okay, and it just does exactly what I need. Most of these softwares got like 100 million plugins that you ain't never gonna use. Even if they gonna make your music sound better, you're not using them too. You you don't, you just don't take the time to learn it unless you a plugin fanatic and you just feel like every little plugin is gonna make your song sound better and this, that, and the third. I'm more of a melodic person anyway. I got my keyboard for all of the sounds that I need. I'm a piano person, so listen, if there was a law that said you can from now on you can only make music using your piano, and you can't use no other sound effect, I'd be like, okay, I'm fine with that. Not not saying that that's cool or anything. I'm just saying that's how much of a piano person that I am personally. Is you could tell me that and you ain't hurting me. I'm like, okay, alright, I'll just be jamming on the piano for the rest of my life, using that sound because I love the sound of a piano. But this has like hundreds of sounds on it, period. That's enough for me. Then you got beats. Now, see, the main reason why I got this, because I know you're like, well, why did you get that? You got your keyboard. You can just make beats using your keyboard with FL Studio or something, and save the money and just go ahead and pay the $300, right? Cool. Yeah, yeah, the camera does that sometime. It's got that auto thing on it. Just press the button and it'll come back on. There you go. So I'm like, so what was I saying? Yeah, so we were talking about this machine and basically like what's so good about it? Like, why pay $1,200 when you could have just paid $700 for something else that did basically the same thing? Oh yeah, I was saying, why even buy a machine at all? Why not just pay FL Studio for their software, and then which I still might end up doing anyway because there's certain stuff that they do have in FL Studio that I like. But to be honest, if I can get off from using software, period, I would do that. I really would. I'm starting to get tired of using software. I don't know why the camera just did that, but yeah, I'm really getting kind of tired of using software. And don't get me wrong, I have to use software. What's going on, MIDI monitor? Don't get me wrong, it's software on this machine right here, and technically this is a computer. It has a hard drive, it computes, so I mean it has a program installed into it. So yeah, but it's a machine that's built to do what I need for it to do, and that's it. And it's all about workflow. When you're creating music, it's all about the artist and how that artist feels when they're creating the music, and anything that kind of gets in the way of that workflow is just like, trust me, it just takes away from the process. It takes away from your vibe. You start a song and end up never finishing the song simply because you fumbling around with the software, right? And the same thing can happen with this. Like, I'm spending time trying to figure this out and get the right workflow, which I will. I mean, I just got it. I've only had it for a couple of days. I'm gonna have a lot of fun figuring it out, and I'm pretty sure once I get it figured out, you know, I'm gonna have fun with it. Now, why did I decide I needed to get a beat machine? Period. To from the jump. Well, I see people, they use their keyboard and make beats, and I'm one of those people where I don't really. I have rhythm, but can I put it? I don't trust my, like doing beats like, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get good at doing it like that. But a beat machine is for people like, to me, is really for people like me who have a hard time just coming up with drum simulations and beats. How can I don't even know how to explain it. It's just something about doing it on the keyboard. It's a mind thing. Like, I could do it on the keyboard. I could use this as a MIDI controller and use it in FL Studio or any other software program and get used to it. I played on a drum machine before, and I know how easy it is to make a beat and have the simulations. And once I saw what this thing could do, I fell in love with it off the jump. And once I got it and found out, oh my God, it really can do this. Like, when I was reading about it, like, hold on, so you mean to tell me I can record my lyrics straight directly into this thing? And then I actually did it. It was like, oh my goodness, it sounds so clean just off the jump. It just sounds good. It sounds really good. The sound quality. And another reason why I would recommend this to somebody that's using it the way I'm using it. Like, if you're using, let's say you the type of artist that like to make beats, you like to write rhymes, you're a rapper slash producer, you multi-talented, and you got other equipment, other stuff that you want to link up to your beat machine. Like, for me, I got DJ equipment. I just not too long ago purchased the DJ Denning controller, and man, I fell in love with that as soon as I got it. Like, as soon as I started playing with it, it was like, oh man, this is my inspiration right here. This is what's going to inspire me. The moments where I'm like, man, I can't come up with nothing, I'm not really feeling it. With the Denning DJ, man, you could just press play with that thing, and with that paired up with Tidal membership, oh my goodness. I will be going over that, but for right now, we're gonna be focusing on the Kai MPC Live 2, and the reason why is because I am going to be creating a lot of content. And what made me decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna go with my original first love music is because I was doing a video and I was playing some Bob Marley music in the background, and YouTube just stopped my whole stream saying I can't do that. And I was like, huh? Like that? They literally have a program that tracks everybody that's streaming live and listens in to see if somebody's playing. Like, dang, it's that sophisticated. Yes, it is. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's whack, man. And I like, come on, man. I get it. That makes sense. It's not whack. Don't get me wrong. It's very fair, because if I had music and I want to get paid for it, I would be like, man, that's whack. How people could just play my music on YouTube and not have to pay me. Well, YouTube makes sure that they protect that. And I was like, I haven't produced music in a while, and I have the gift to produce music all day, every day. I've done it before. I got the funding. I need this for my company. Maybe, you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll just produce lots of content, lots of, of course, I already said I got to produce content, but what type of content? Music. I will produce lots of music, and it's just basically background music for my YouTube videos, to where whenever I want to talk about some other stuff, like current issues is going on, like the election, and why are actors a lot of these black actors pushing for you to vote against Trump, which means ultimately you have to be voting for Biden. And I'm like, okay, well, what's up with that? You know, like if I wanted to talk about that, but right now we talking about music. So, um, and yeah, we're talking about why did I decide to get this and pay so much money for it. And is it worth, like, from what I know right now, is it worth the money? Yes, yes, it's worth the money. Yes, this thing is phenomenal with when it comes to the fact that it's very it's I'm not gonna say it's easy to work with. It's little certain things, bugs about it that I do have. Like, in order for me to access certain things, I have to, like, um let's say if I want to get back to the project screen, I have to go to main, tap this folder, and then hit new. Like, there's no way for me to really know that unless somebody tells me that. You know? Like, it's just so certain things I just feel like kind of just it's really not super intuitive when it comes to the navigation on the interface, because there's so many things that you do have access to on the interface, which is good. These knobs on the side really makes it easy for you to kind of, like, play around with automation. And when you think about it, automate, you see those devices like the MPCX that has a bunch of knobs all over, buttons all over. And I'm gonna tell you right now, to some people that's a good thing, but to me, bro, I ain't even trying to be using all these buttons. Hey, come on, man. I'd rather spend my time playing the piano and learn how to perfect that rather than doing all that nonsense. I'm noticing that it keeps saving automatically as I'm talking. But that's kind of like tedious, because if I'm working and it's just going to stop and just start saving, I'm going to have to take that off. Yeah, because it gets frozen while it's saving. See, yeah, look at that. Like, that's doing too much. The operation was canceled by the user. Okay, so if I wanted, see, it doesn't have like a little scroll, like an Android device where you can just kind of, that kind of, that's a little bug. But they do have your buttons to where it take you to where you need to go. I just need to go to settings. General, I think it's in general. What was it that I didn't like? It's like, you can even control your outputs. Which output do you want? Now you can't listen to all of them at the same time, which is kind of like, I wonder why. But you can pick, because you have different outputs. Right now I'm using the 3-4. The reason why I'm using these 3 and 4 is because when I record, that way it allows me to record without recording the metronome. If I use output 1 and 2, it's gonna record the metronome along with everything else, and it's just gonna sound real stupid. So, because the way I have it is, I have the sound routing out to a mixer, and that's only, to be honest with you, that's only so I could stream and record at the same time. That's it. Other than that, I don't even need to do that. I could plug it back up to out 1 and 2 and then have that running straight to some speakers. Or I don't even have to do that. I could just have it out in 2 as my default, and then have it playing straight through my speakers. But I'm gonna switch it back, and that's just basically for so y'all could, so y'all could hear me whenever I, mess around with this thing. So let's just go back to a project that I was working on, that I've been actually working on for a while. I've been working on it in FL Studio, then I switched to Ableton Live, and then I'm like, man, it's just something about this workflow that I'm not feeling. I feel like I need something more that I'm feeling, like something more inspirational. So I decided to get this and say, yo, I'm getting it. F it. I thought about it. I'm like, yo, getting it. All right, so another reason what makes this better over, I would say, the MPX. Now, don't get me wrong. If you got money, an extra $1,000 just laying around, get the MPX. I would. I ain't even gonna front. I would. I'm complaining about all of the buttons and stuff because I don't have one. Of course, I'm gonna do that just to make myself feel good. Like, this is what I have. I already know I'm not gonna spend an extra. I'm not gonna spend an extra $1,000 on one thing. No, I'm sorry. Especially when I know I could have spent $700 on something that did the exact same thing. At the end of the day, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make a beat? Okay, so the main reason why I got this was because I'm having trouble with my workflow as far as making beats. And I remember years ago when I was like a little jitterbug, and I played on a beat machine for the first time, and I was like, wow, this make it be so much easier. And it was an MPC. It was one of the old MPCs. To be honest with you, I wish I had that instead of this, without the screen and all that, because they ain't had no screen back then. It wasn't no touch screen devices or none of that. So this was like, oh man, burping and stuff. This was like early. It's like the year 1990. This is like 99, 2000. This is like literally 20 years ago. So yeah. So to make a long story short, the inputs. Now check this. The inputs on the MPX is pretty much the same. I think you got an extra out, or maybe not. It's pretty much the same. You don't have no extra inputs. You have extra outputs, but not extra inputs. And what I need, if it had extra inputs, I was like, okay, yeah, I f's with that, because now I can have sound going into here and be processing sound in here. But then I'm like, do I really want to process my sound in here like that? Because I don't even think it has them type of capabilities yet. I don't know yet. Like, in other words, yeah, you can record your vocals in here, but then when you record your vocals in here, how you gonna master your vocal? You get what I'm saying? How you gonna are you gonna have to take that vocal that you recorded and then master it somewhere else? And then the question is, am I okay with that? And the quick and short answer to that is yes, of course. I see. It's not about. First of all, it's not what you do. It's how. Sometimes it's not about how you do something. It's just whether or not you just got it done. So in other words, there's more than one way to skin a cat. But mainly, really, what I'm trying to say is, like, it's really the workflow that's important. In other words, while I can do everything in one software, how I do it is what gets me going. If for me to be able to make a beat, right? And as I make the beat, I already got words and stuff going on in my head. It it really, and then not only does it increase the workflow for me to make the beat, but it also increases the workflow for me to write to it and spit some lyrics to the point where a lot of times I might not even write. I might just be like, you know what? I hear something in my head. Let me just freestyle it out, just like that. And the fact that I could just press record and just do that right right on one little console really bugs me out. That bugs me out. Like mastering it, getting the sound super perfect, and this, that, and the third. To me, I'm like, well, I could take that same file, export it. You feel me? And because you can create a lot of audio tracks on here. So you can take those clips, those same clips, save them, and then reprocess them. You get what I'm saying? And then put it in here and maybe remix it, or I don't know. I don't know how I would do that. But to be honest with you, what I really would prefer is to have like a mixer where I have like my compressors hooked up to it, or maybe just go the extra mile and get like a better upgrade on my sound interface to where it has like a built-in compressor, or either way I'm gonna have to upgrade on my mixer and my sound interface to get the proper setup that I'm looking for, to where once again I'm trying to eliminate having to deal with the computer. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of having to look at the computer screen, and it's starting to really bug me out. Even though, like I said, this has a screen too, but it's still not the same. Especially when I'm trying to stream and do other stuff. So, um, and making beats on here is so easy. Even like if you don't have no rhythm, like sometimes I just don't have the rhythm. Like I'll be off beat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not on beat all the time. It picks that up in Quanta, and I know there's software that does that too. But I'm telling you, and doing with the pads, it's easier for me to stay on rhythm. I actually do the beats better, and after working on this thing for 1 week, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be beastified to where I'm gonna be spitting out beats all day, every day. You know, I ain't not literally all day, every day, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I would definitely be, pushing out some content. I don't know if I okay. Let's see. Let's get let's get to business. Let's see how this thing actually sounds. Let's go to Beats Academy. So we want to write one. I'm trying to figure out why I don't hear nothing. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh, is it down? Turn down. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I hear that. But that's this. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. Um, oh man, I forget. That's what I was supposed to do. Let me cancel this save thing. God, dog. Yeah, that autosave. I think that's why it's off by default. Cause that is a pain. That is a serious pain. And just to cancel it, it takes loading time. Like it's not fast. So that is a downside. That's a bug right there. Like, come on, dude. The autosave is stupid. Like most things that autosave, you don't even know it's autosaving. It does it in the background. Like whoever programmed this was not using what they call it, asynchronous task. Now you know I know a little bit about programming when I'm talking about asynchronous tasks. Like no, not your average person don't know a damn thing what I'm talking about. But yeah, because I know they're using Unix, a Linux kernel to program this. Let's see here. I just gotta go here. There we go. Now I can hear. Yeah, I can hear it in the headphones. It's not very loud in the headphones. Oh, it's because it's not on mix. No? Testing. I don't know if that's too loud for y'all or what. But this is a little sample project that they got just to kind of get you used to it. I was supposed to do the tutorial, but I spent all day setting up and trying to get everything perfect. Well, I said everything still ain't perfect. So I'm at the point where it ain't gonna never be perfect. So I'm just gonna starting. Um, let's see where we at. All right, we just testing out these sounds, right? Let's come right here. Hold on now. Let me turn this down. Okay, I had that problem before where I couldn't hear that in the headphones. What's up with that? Why all of a sudden I don't hear nothing in the headphones again? But I hear that. But I don't hear that. Turn this down. The MIDI, it's coming out there though. It's showing. Oh, that's just the sound of me hitting on the keys. Hold on, man. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna hear that because that's first of all. Alright, that's plugged up. This sound is plugged up to that mixer. Right, so I should hear it because I have that mixer plugged up to this interface. So sound on there should be coming through, but I don't hear it. That's weird. But if I press this, I hear it. Oh yeah, let me fix that issue. Go back to menu settings, and then I have to go to something about auto save. Export project defaults. tap tempo. No, I don't see it, buddy. Project load save. Here we go. Auto save, please, please. That's why it wasn't enabled. I was like, why is that shit not automatically be enabled? Oh, they got this 5-minute timeout, but the timeout thing, that's fine. It just blurs out when, you know, after 5 minutes of not using it, the screen just kind of get blurry. That's fine. I ain't worried about that. But that auto save is kind of dumb, bro. You just gotta remember to save it. Just saying. I mean, it's good to have that. Don't get me wrong, but the way they got it set up, it's like it should be auto saving. What I'm trying to say. But anyway, I'm still trying to figure this out though. Like, okay, if I come here, oh, you know what it is? All of these. Oh, okay. The sound, the output. I think I know what I gotta do. I gotta reload the project. Let's go to, matter of fact, let's just go here and see. This is the crazy thing about this thing. You hit main, hit this, no, hit that, then hit new. Yeah, see, the camera does that every, like, I think 12 minutes. The shutter automatically shuts off. Now, I thought I fixed it to where it don't do that, but I'm not going to take the time to mess with that right now, because, listen, I've been messing with everything lately, because I decided to, you know, upgrade the studio, and now, I mean, that takes time, man. Because it's like you got to learn how to do this, all of this on the fly. I'm not complaining. I mean, it's good training. They said, do I want to save? No, don't save. I ain't really did nothing special. Alright, I'm going to just open it back up. It says you have an auto-save version of this project. You may close without saving the project. Do you want to merge? No. Ignore. Okay, so hopefully what's going to happen is everything is going to be programmed to play on the right output, on the correct output. Let's look. Nope. By default, if I go to menu and go to settings, I could have sworn by default I have it set for audition. Oh, that's for audition outputs. Not for all of the output of everything. So that's another bug. So I mean, in my case, I would have to. There's no way to select it for each and every sound that I have, right? And I wanted to play out a certain output, right? In other words, the sound that I want you to hear, it has to be set for outputs channel 3 and 4. One for the left, one for the right? And the problem that I'm having is, the issue that I'm having is, okay, I switched to the right sequence. All right, now when I go to these tracks, the output is set for outputs 1 and 2. You can't really see it because, it's not really seeable with all of this light on. Hold on, let me see if I can make it easy. Turn this light off. Come on, son. Where's the remote for that? It's over there. Oh. So I see dimming the lights didn't really do much. I mean, I turned it off and still blurry. Like maybe it's probably because of the autofocus on this thing, which is kind of stupid. But it's retarded. Like if I put it on menu, this square thing is in the screen. There's no way to get rid of it. It doesn't link up to none of the software, like the Canon D software. So that's why I'm really considering sending it back and just like, you know what, I might just pay the money for it, a really expensive camera, and call it a day. Like for real. Okay, so and as you can see, I have enough lighting, you know, cause I have a light with my my camera. I mean my webcam has a light. But anyway, so yeah, you ain't gonna hear nothing. But then now you should be able to hear something. But I don't hear anything, which is weird. Oh yeah, you can use this to change the output set. I mean, that makes it a little bit easier, you know, seeing that I have to change each one. But I don't know why I'm not hearing anything. Now it's weird, right? Because it's always something with this, man. When you figure one thing out, it's something else. If I go here, I don't hear anything. Is it because of the... Let me see. I gotta switch this. No, it was working fine. This is the problem that I'm having. Just technical, like operating this thing is, and it's really not this. It's this dumb ass, cheap ass mix I got, man. Dang. All right. The sound is going out. Did I change anything back there? No, everything's the same. Let me go back. I think it's something I did over there. I see the meter jumping up, letting me know that there's something going on. But let's go here. Yeah, this is why I don't hear anything coming from this. The question is it streaming though? That's the question. Is it even streaming? not changing it. I figured it out. It's not changed to 3/4 like like I think it is. That's the problem. Even though that's this okay, hold on. First of all, this says masters. Alright, that's wrong. Let's go to me. Let's go to this. Let's go to track view. Let's go home. Let's go here. Because it should say input and output right here. All ports, MIDI. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at MIDI. Oh man, I'm really slow. But MIDI does need to. Let's see. It needs to be the same though for the MIDI. Alright, but yeah, man, dang, bro. This output right here needs to be. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't have to do that. I could have just roll this and it'll change that. Oh, that's for audio. But me, yeah, MIDI supposed to. Hold on, I still ain't. What am I not seeing? Like it only wants to play. That's weird. Like, what am I missing? It's something simple. It plays. It's right now. It's set to play through 1 and 2, channels 1 and 2. I needed to play through channels 3 and 4. Okay, they do have split events. They have pitch quantize. They have bounce to sample, bounce to audio track, humanize, speed generate random events. Okay, so I don't really see any like FX sound, anything to process vocal, which I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they do, but I'm just not. I'm new to this thing, so I'm learning. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get the sound to play through 3 and 4. MIDI in, MIDI out. Okay, so it's showing me. Okay, that's cool. Let's go here. Back here to monitor output, all ports, MPC 1 and 2. Let's go to all ports. This is another thing right here. Oh no, it's controlling the. It's controlling. It's just the sound is not there. It's just not there. Now, what I could do, this would make it a whole lot easier. But then I won't be able to use the keyboard through the DAW. Okay. maybe it's something like, oh yeah, I clicked that. Maybe that's got something to do with it. No, that's the input and output. Yeah, that's for that. Um, which does control that. So just roll it this way. It's playing on that track is what they're saying. See, I needed I need to get it to play on. Oh man, trying to figure this thing out is so. See what I mean about how this is not like it's certain things. See how okay when I come here, all right. When I come here, you see how this says one and yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what I need to do. Change it here. Maybe. I don't know. I still don't have. And still can't seem to get it to work out for me in that channel. But if I press it there, so really, while I'm streaming, I'm just gonna have to do it like that, cause that's the only way it's gonna work. Like for right now, I had it working the way I had. That's why I had it like that because it was working fine, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. That's what drives me crazy about this because it's like, man, do I have like some kind of split personality that be I don't know. To where I just did something and I'm just completely unaware of it. Okay, so testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's just too loud, man. It's just too loud. Alright. Okay, so now you see this is basically what I was just trying to do. Just show you how, you got your sounds, your beats, you could how you could program your pads to basically however you want, to whether it's a MIDI. Well, you could program your wave files to MIDI and then use those to actually create a song with it. I haven't actually created a song with this yet. As you can see, I'm struggling just to learn how to like weave through it. Now, why do they have all of these outputs? Since, man, your guess would be good as mine. Like, what would be the purpose of me having all of these outputs in a beat machine, right? Okay, different speakers, different monitors. Yeah. For the most part, that's what it would be for. But you can't. It's only gonna play out of 2 channels at a time. So why have all of these channels if you can only have? I could see have one channel and then have another channel for. Okay, you don't want to record the metronome, so you have this channel for that. And then but if I can't actively listen to all 4 channels, at the same time. In other words, like when I come here, if this instrument is not set to, hold on, maybe it's the sequence. That's what it is. The sequence. Oh, the sequence has to be set to 3/4. Are you kidding me? I already tried that. I could still hear it even though I changed it. See that? So it's something that I'm not understanding quite yet about this setting, because I just changed it and I can hear it. But that's just the sequence. Alright, let's try to change. See? I can still hear it though, because the sound is coming out of the. Hold on. The F? I could have sworn something I did here. Now that's audition. It's something I did. Oh, they got some new joint called Splice. Get login code. Project defaults. Okay. Default master tempo. Default sequence. Okay. MIDI sync sequencer. Wi-Fi. Oh, when you connect to Wi-Fi, you can hook up to Splice. But so it gotta be in general. So something I did in the project. Go to sample editor. So you can, and this is in sample edit. So in sample edit is where you can assign all the everything at. Let's see, program edit. It's different. This is kind of weird. You use this to okay, you use the manual at the time. Okay, switches the pad that you touch, and then you can. Oh, you can assign it more than one pad. Oh snap! So you can make one pad be like more, and you can do this like up to a lot of pads. Like pad 10, 13, 12. Yeah, you can. You sure can. So you can take and use the pads to program too. Cool. Let's turn all this off. Okay, so that's that. Go to list edit, insert. Velocity, mod type, value, pad note, edge, resonance. Oh shit! You can add stuff to it. Release sampler, envelope. So you can add different mods to it. Resonance, filter, envelope. So it's like a sound filter, envelope, attack. So that's what for compression, ain't it? Attack and a release. Any, no, I don't see a threshold, so no, that's just like. I mean, if you want to, if you're a person that likes to play with sounds, which I am one, especially if you're sampling something, this is basically a filter. These are all of the functions for a filter. Yeah, tuning. Then it has the cut off. Like you get really okay, cool. And that's what I use all the time in FL Studio. That was the main plugin that I used to kind of create my own sounds. Take one sound and kind of play around with it and create your own. Like I could like this. You can take and let's say you want to add some decay to it, right? And then you add the value to it. Let's say let's something that's more noticeable, like the cutoff. That's usually what I used to start off with, and then just I don't know what it's gonna. I don't really hear like an effect. It sounds the same to me. Filter envelope amount. I really don't know what this do. way the velocity works. But as far as this thing right here, the mods, I see they don't have a verb. Okay, just delete it. I guess that doesn't really work with that sound effect. You probably need something that's like, let's see, something melodic. I probably gotta watch a tutorial on that. Somebody see, a lot of this stuff ain't just like, oh, you just figure it out. But FL Studio ain't either. It took me time for that. It just took trial and error. I'm still like dumbfounded when it comes to this situation with the it not wanting to play through the channel that I wanted to play through. Like, okay, I hear it coming through that, this. It doesn't even matter what I had that on. Like, facts. It really don't. wonder if I even got it plugged up to the right one, son. Get it, man. Like, how did it go from working fine to not working at all? I think it's got something to do with that output. It ain't that, man. Let's go to the channel mixer. See? Now look at that right there. Maybe that's what it is. Everything. I hear it. What did I do different? Radio track. I don't hear nothing now though. Mixer masters. Okay, that's what it is. That's I see. I see. Still don't hear it though. It's still saying it won't let me change it to 3-4 because that's the master output. Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna figure this out. Sub mixes. Outputs. So if I change this. There you go. I go here. That's a plug-in. Plug-in O2. This is a clip right here. So really, it's the mixer. Go to the mixer and which makes sense. Let's see where everything is programmed to. Everything is going to straight to the master. Audio tracks. So if I go back to main and try these different, I'm still gonna have issues because not with that. Okay, there we go. So what happens if I change this to? It don't matter. I can still hear it. Oh, that's the one that I. Oh no, I think that was already like that. I have no clue as to how this thing works. Still, like far as the sound is concerned. Now, why don't I hear that one? See? Go to menu, and then go to channel mixer. Maybe it's pad mixer this time. It's this one. If I go here, it don't show like where's the signal? It just say KG1. Ouch, itching. So it's like I see sound going through, but I don't hear anything yet. Still, once again, probably go back to menu, channel mixer. Maybe it's got something to do with this. weird how that doesn't have a sound at all. Testing. Nah, it ain't that. This is it right here, I think. Knew it. So basically, you got to go to this program pad thing, and that's because this is, I don't know. It's just because that's the way it is. Air ensemble, air channel strip. Okay, so we got that fixed. Now, how all of that shit changed automatically by itself on its own, I have no idea. That's the mystery. Cause it was working fine earlier, to where like everything was normal and understood, and then all of a sudden some new shit happened. Like, I don't get it. Probably should save my changes. I think I'll go here and just press save. Alright. So, that's good. Alright. Okay, so everything is saved. Okay, I got everything right the way I want. Now this is really the pain in the ass. What about when I want to switch everything over to master? I gotta go to each channel and change. I can't change them all at once. That is very tedious. That's very like, now let's just think about this now. Do I really need to worry about that? How often am I gonna be streaming and recording music at the same time? Probably all the time. So yes, this is quite important. There's a reason why I'm pushing it out that way. I feel like if I'm going to be working, I might as well be streaming, creating the content while I'm doing it, and then, you know, oh well, I got that. It's like, why not go ahead and? It's like knocking out two birds with one stone. You know, like I need to create content to put on YouTube, right? But I also need music to have background, so I can actually be doing both. And I just want to get used to this. Now tomorrow I'm not gonna stream. I'm gonna learn how. Well, today is tomorrow, but I'm gonna stop the stream and actually learn how to do this. Like really get my workflow going, and then boom, I'm gonna be streaming. Uh, yeah. The outputs, I don't think it really matters. Like you see how you can change. Hold on, let's see. If I go to mix, oh, you could just press mix and it takes you to the mixer. Cool. So if you go, oops, if I go up here, change to Maybe that's the wrong one. Go to menu, channel mixer. Okay. And I go to, where's master? Here you go, masters. Oops. And change it to 3.4. Now I could do that. And that's weird. I don't know what this is. Why isn't it working over here though is the question. I'm pressing stuff. Testing, 1, 2, 3. No, it's not the mic. I think it's because, hold on, let's just go. Let's go back to, like if you look at this, remember I changed the master to 3.4. Now it works. This wasn't changed to that. Go to the mixer. Now it's changed to that. I'm just trying to see what's what. Okay. So it sounds good. The sound, now these sounds, I ain't worrying about this. What I was talking about earlier, let's go ahead and go to main. No, it's main. And then go to new. Do I want to save? Yes. Definitely want to save that. Now, let's see what's the workflow when I switch over to a new project and I need to do the same exact thing and I can't hear anything. See, like right now, you don't hear anything playing, but something's playing, right? So first thing I need to do is come over to the mixer. Stop it. Come over to the mixer and see. Okay, that doesn't, changing that doesn't do anything. Let's go back to main. I got this sequence thing on. Go to audio. Okay, yeah. So this is an audio track, so I just switch over to audio and then it should be playing. It's really loud. Oh yeah, that's because I had to record all the way up when I was recording that. So what's the best way to? Still too loud. Okay, let me. Playback is too loud. Yeah, that's something that I'm actually working on right now. As you can see, I was playing around with it, and I do know how to, which is what I like about it, how I can just easily record with the keyboard into this and get it nice and sync first take, no problem. No. So that part of my work flow has improved tremendously. I think I even have some lyrics in here. Ain't no think I do. I know I do. Question is, where are they? Okay, see, right here is where my output for my audio is. It's easy to just go ahead and change this. Just come over here and voila. All of that's changed. But see, when I create a new project, it's going to automatically be like that. You know? Hold on, let me fix that one. Okay, so that's why I wasn't hearing everything. Okay, let's try this. What's this sound like? Unmute that. Focus on the stars, but there's no way to fully notice light. Standing on the beach and looking out to view the ocean, only to see it's deep, and there's no way to fully soak it. Likewise, the sky's mystique, too huge to truly know it. So I take each moment to shift my eyes to view you closer, cause I know you the closest I'll ever get to knowing true beauty at its finest, while I captivate these moments to treasure every essence etched in every sketch of your perfection. Focus on the stars, but there's no way to fully see. I wish I just see if I had a mixer, because what I'm going to do with it, if I had software, right? If I was going to do this, main thing I'm going to do is I'm going to EQ. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to compress, do some compression, a little EQ. Which one I'm gonna do first? I don't know. I know I'm gonna do EQ. I'm gonna do compression. That's the main thing. After that, maybe add a little reverb to it. Little maybe if uh little delay, decay, uh yeah, a little delay to it. And then that's it. I think that's it. All that special extra stuff trying to do to my voice, that's it. Oh yeah, and auto tuner just to kind of keep it in sync with the actual melody. You know what I'm saying? Not to sound auto tunish, but the way I use the auto tuner is just in a very subtle way, very super subtle way, to where it just you don't even hear it. You don't even know that it's in there, but I'm using it to keep it in sync with the beat. Just to do some little fine tuning that you you like I said you wouldn't even pick it up. Unless you had a really good ear for it. Like I would pick it up, but most people wouldn't. Um, and that's it. And then have the auto, because sometimes you do want to have the singing part, and you need the auto tuner to work with you on that. Um, and let's just say, I got the whole beat done into like the whole compilation, right? And let's just say that's not gonna be my original take, because a lot of times what I would do is I'll record a song the first time, and what I call that is like my rough draft, my rough record, right? And that would help me actually learn the song. I'll listen to it over and over again for about a day, and then I learn that song, and then now I can go back and what I could do is I can go back and re-record the song, and what am I trying to say? I go back, yeah, and record the song and have it, just have the song in my head memorized rather than reading it and recording, just to give it. The first take is usually not, for me. It's not. I like to really perfect the song. Um, it will be nice to just fly, you know, do it first take and get it done 5 minutes, and I would say 6 minutes tops to record the entire song. Now, I like the fact that I can do that in here. The question is, can I take those vocals? Let's go home. Let's go here, right? And let's select this. What can I do with this in here to where I don't have to leave anywhere? Can I master my vocals right here? Is the question. I can go to the mixer. Okay. And on this, and send or insert. Oh, that's how that send and insert work. You have to use it here. You have to turn it up in the okay. Um, let's just. How about this? Let's go to main. Let's go to menu and see what else they have here. They have next sequence. They have song, live control, MIDI control, Q link edit, sampler. basically I want to edit the wave. So if you go to sample editor, maybe assign. This ain't nothing. We got looper, pad mixer, channel mixer, list edit, program edit, sample edit. So I have this wave file that I want to edit. I'm thinking I should pick sample edit and then pick the wave file that I want to modify. Of course, it's the very last one that I did. I can change the name of this wave file by just clicking this. This is verse 1. So hold on. First of all, let's put the name of the song. Verse 1, True Love. Okay. Now how can I edit this thing? Sample editor. I can assign it to a pad, right? Let's see. Do it. So now
It's etched in every sketch of your perfection. It's etched in every sketch of your perfection.
focus on the stars, but there's no way to fully notice, like standing on the beach and looking out to view the ocean, only to see it's deep, and there's no way to fully soak it. Likewise, the sky's mystique, too huge to truly know it, so I take each moment to shift my eyes to view you closer, cause I know you the closest I'll ever get to knowing true beauty at its finest, while I captivate these moments to treasure every essence etched in every sketch of your perfection. So that's that. That's
Focus on the stars, but there's no way to fully focus on the etched in every sketch of your perfection. Focus on the etched in etched in every sketch of your perfection. Etched in every sketch of your perfection. Focus on the stars, but there's no way to fully notice, like standing on the focus on the stars, but there's no way to fully notice, like standing on the beach and looking out to view the ocean, only to see it's deep, and there's no way to
I don't think. See, they got trim. I see they got that threshold, regions, BPM. You can chop. So they got that. That's for like. This is for more like I said. It's more. It is a beat machine. It's not a studio console. So it would have been really nice for me to just go ahead and let me do that. But I could be a little ahead of myself. It might actually be a way to do that. As you can see, it's picking up my mic signal as I talk. Um, let's go here to. They got Looper. Uh, to be honest, I'm gonna say it has something to do with this mixer. It said pad mixer is not available for audio tracks. Edit audio. What can you do with the audio besides? I mean, I guess it's just not for that. Ugh. But you know, like I said, if I had a way to process it before it even gets here, it's already preset. That would be beautiful. But that'd be extra. That'd be extra. That'd be extra. Like I said, the main reason why I got this was for the beats. When it comes to recording, I don't mind doing it in the computer. Um, I can already have my rough edit already done, right? Take the audio tracks for the vocals and just pre-do them there, and then voila, master everything down to the computer. When I'm ready to master things, then I'll just move it over, and then go into those programs and work with it that way. Be honest with you, I could use Audacity for that, for the final mastering, um, which is straight up free. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna. As you can see, I'm just going through the process of trying to figure out what my workflow is gonna be like before I actually just start doing stuff and getting stuck on this and stuck on that. Getting all of the getting stuck on stuff out of the way. Let's go ahead and save. Let's just go to main real quick and save this. Okay, so we saving everything that we did thus far. We're gonna come back to it tomorrow after we take the tutorial to really have it fresh in our mind how to navigate through this system and see what this thing can really do, and just focus on making beats. Like, I'm not gonna add no lyrics to. I'm gonna get the beat out, and then I already know how I'm gonna record the lyrics. That's not a problem. Where I have all the plugins and everything I need, cause at the end of the day, ain't no getting around that. But it is good to be able to already have the song already recorded, right? You got your song already, the whole lyrics already recorded. Take those wave files, put them in a folder, right? And wham bam, there you go. So you not only got the beat, but you also got the wave files for the vocals, right? Then take that file, transfer that over to the computer, and process everything just like that. And then there you go. That's my workflow right there. Make the beat, record over the beat, come over to the next joint, and then, now all the beats that I make, am I gonna record a song to it? Probably not, but for the most part, probably yes. I like I like to write. I like to make some songs and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna put some lyrics to all of my beats, like straight up, or to as many most. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Um, I know my brother. He's gonna need some music, so I'm a definitely make some beats today. But yeah, that's it. Um, this was a good demo, really good demo. Uh, Learned a lot during it, how to work this thing and stuff. Got rid of a lot of the issues that I had now. I won't have to deal with later because I already got through that. So that's good. That's the progress I made so far. So, um, definitely look forward to me uh, being on YouTube a lot, making beats. So, okay, I'm out. Peace out.